Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As we have stepped into 2025, it's a great time to revisit some festive vocabulary and phrases. We might be a bit into the new year already, but these are always good to know. Let's explore some useful words and phrases related to New Year's. First, we have make a resolution. This means to decide to do or not do something in coming year. For example, every year I make a resolution to read more books. In Japan, instead of making a single resolution, people often write Kekizan, their New Year's resolutions, with calligraphy on the 2nd of January. Next we have ring in the new year. This means to celebrate the start of the new year, often at midnight. To illustrate, we're going to ring in the new year with our friends at a big party. In many Spanish-speaking countries, people eat 12 grapes at midnight, one for each strike of the clock, symbolizing good luck for each month of the new year. This is a fun way to ring in the new year. Our third phrase is watch the ball drop. This refers to the tradition in New York City where a large ball descends at midnight to mark the start of the new year. For instance, we always watch the ball drop on TV even though we aren't in New York City. The first ball drop in Times Square happened in 1907, but the tradition wasn't that popular until the 1920s. Now it's a very famous New Year's tradition. Next is count down. This is the act of counting backward from a number to zero, usually done right before midnight on New Year's Eve. Take this case for instance. Everyone starts the countdown 10 seconds before midnight. Many countries have large public countdowns, often accompanied by fireworks. In Sydney, Australia, the countdown is projected onto the Sydney Harbour Bridge, creating a spectacular display. Fifth, we have raise a toast. This means to make a formal proposal, usually with a glass of drink to celebrate something. For example, we are going to raise a toast to all our successes in the past year. In Scotland, at Hogmanay, on New Year's Eve, it's tradition to raise a toast with whiskey and to sing Auld Lang Syne, an old Scottish song, while raising a glass to the past year and the future to come. Phrase number 6 is reflect on the past. This means to think carefully and deeply about the past, often when New Year approaches. To demonstrate, I like to reflect on the past year and think about what I have accomplished. In many Asian countries like Vietnam, people often visit temples and ancestral homes during the New Year period, also known as Tet, to reflect on the year gone by and honor their relatives. Next up, we have look forward. This means to anticipate with pleasure something that will happen in the future. For example, I'm looking forward to spending time with my family next year. In Denmark, a traditional New Year's Day treat is kransekage, a ring cake made of almond paste. Looking forward to eating it. Number 8 is plan ahead. This means to prepare for the future, especially for a specific event or time. For instance, it's a good idea to plan ahead for New Year's Eve so that you don't end up at home. In many cultures, people create vision boards to plan ahead for the new year. For example, in the US, creating vision boards is a popular way to visualize and set goals for the coming year. Next up is start with a clean slate. This means to begin again, having forgotten past mistakes or failures. To illustrate, it's good to start with a clean slate in the new year and let go of old baggage. In some countries, such as in parts of South America, people wear white cloth on New Year's Eve as a symbol to start with a clean slate, symbolizing purity and new beginnings. Our final phrase, number 10, is turn over a new leaf. This means to make a fresh start and adopt a new and better way of life. For example, I have decided to turn over a new leaf this year and start working out more. In many places in the world, people take the start of a new year as an opportunity to turn over a new leaf, making new habits to improve their lives. Wow, what an interesting journey around the world and the new year! I hope you enjoyed learning these New Year phrases and facts. Remember to use them in your own English practice. Let us know in the comments which phrase is your favorite. Wishing you all a very happy New Year and see you next time!